Let's have a long rest.
Yes, let's.
Okay. So you settle down for the night. Wade, you start to have horrible dreams.
Oh. Does this interrupt my long rest?
So you, your mind keeps going back to the last time that you saw Jade.
Oh.
But it's
Jade,
interspersed
where?
with horrible shadowy figures, as if like claws are clutching over her crib, and you keep seeing corpses, rotting corpses. First the corpse of George, and then the corpse of Peaches, and then hundreds, thousands of other corpses that you don't recognize. And you begin to feel this pressure on your chest, a real pressure, and you find it hard to breathe. And these horrible images are racing through your mind, and you open your eyes, and sitting on your chest is the figure of a awful, horrifying woman with black skin, grey hair, sharp, pointed teeth, a long, pointed nose. It looks as if her eyes are almost sewn shut, but as the stitches loosen and they flicker open, the eyes beneath them are red and burning with an awful infernal light. You sit up with a start, but you can't move. There's still this force on your chest, and you are properly awake now. There's no figure upon you. You wake up screaming, but you cannot move.
What is this?
Get away! Get away!
Chewbacca.
Can I move yet?
No, you're pinned to the floor. There's something sitting on you.
Someone do something!
What's up, Wade?
Get her off me!
Get what off you?
Get her off me! The evil bitch woman, can't you see her?
I swipe my warhammer above where Wade's above him.
You don't hit anything, but there's still something on you.
Get
Wade's
some
having
holy
another
water.
sex dream.
Chuck some holy water.
Pin me down. Can someone do something?
Nah.
Okay.
Can I perceive anything? Is there anything I can do? Nope. See you later, Wade. What are the girls doing?
Everyone sort of started awake from this screaming, and they were asleep, but they're now looking on, with shocked faces.
Am I rested enough to get my spells back?
I'll tell you in a second. Are you doing anything to try and get this thing off your chest?
Yeah, if I am risky enough to have my spells back.
You don't have your spells back.
Oh. Well, I
Go
can't
to
really do anything
sleep,
'cause
Wade.
I'm paralysed.
Can you reach your holy water?
Someone throw the holy water on me, or something. I can't move. I'm paralysed.
Okay, I'll do it. I rummage through his stuff to get the holy water,
Just a sprinkling. It costs a lot, you know.
and I pour the whole bottle.
Do you pour the whole bottle on?
No. The whole bottle. God, this nightmare can't get any worse.
I do a sprinkling on him,
Okay.
and then some holy water.
Initially, there's no effect. You can still feel this thing pressing on you. It feels as if you don't feel paralysed. It feels as if something's sitting on you, although you can't see anything. But after a few moments, the feeling subsides and you feel normal again. But you're quite shaken.
Are you alright, Wade?
No, I've had a terrible nightmarish dream. Almost like it's not a dream. Perhaps. Like an evil thing is sitting on me. Pretty weird. But not in a sexy way. In a horrible, scary way.
The worst kind of way. Well, should we get going?
It's the middle of the night.
Go back to sleep, Wade.
It's probably like 2 o'clock in the morning.
I also wanted to decipher this shield and this sword as part of this long rest. But I can do that in the morning, I suppose.
Okay, so are you going back to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll drift back to sleep, apart from Wade, who is you find it difficult to get back to sleep after the nightmarish visions you've seen. And before long, you hear the seagulls beginning to call as sun rises and dawn breaks. So everyone has a long rest, apart from Wade, who gains no benefits from the long rest, and your maximum hit points is reduced by 5.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm feeling quite ill today.
Can I decipher this shield and sword?
Yeah. It takes a short rest to do so, though. An hour
That's fine. I'll do it over breakfast.
for each option, for each object.
Did Wade's temporary hit points go down by 5?
His total hit points,
Is that permanent then?
permanent.
What?
Oh.
What? I thought it's my temporary hit points. So.
No, permanent.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Would it have helped if I poured the whole holy bottle of water?
I think I need to see a cleric.
Let's get to the clerics.
Let me do my shield. For God's sake. Could I have not done this as just part of the long rest while he was having his gay nightmares?
Yeah, well, for the sake of expediency, we'll say so.
Can I do divine sense on myself?
Yeah.
I'll do that.
So you're doing this now?
Yeah. Oh.
There's no... You don't sense anything.
I probably should have done it when it was on me. Give me terrible nightmares. Bollocks.
So your sword and shield.
Yes.
So the sword, you focus on it. So the sword bears the hallmarks of an ancient human kingdom. And as you feel it, you can almost hear snippets of the dead language that you can't understand, as if they're warning you.
Mm.
It is a vicious short sword.
Okay.
And it grants a +1 to initiative
Oh, that's good.
when you are attuned to it.
How do you get attuned to it?
You need to spend a short rest concentrating on it. Same for that instrument that you found. That needs attunement as well.
And what about the shield?
So again, this bears hallmarks of an ancient kingdom, and even though this item is probably hundreds, if not thousands, of years old, it seems to have no trace of becoming dirtied or sullied. It was once owned by a hero of some renown, although his name is now lost to time. The runes upon it speak of... you get the snippets of his great valor and his powerful stance, and little snippets like that, but the name is gone from it. It is a sentinel shield, and it grants advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Oh, well, that's good. So I've got -1 wisdom. That would come in very handy. Sentinel shield, you say?
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, that's wrong. While holding this shield, you have advantage on initiative checks and wisdom checks.
Even better. Wait, and wisdom checks. So,
Perception
like,
checks.
like kind
Specifically
of.
perception checks.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
Okay. What are you up to now, then?
Should we head to the basilica?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are heading to the basilica. Oh, I can put some of these things on your map now. There's the alchemist. There's the Plaza to Bestia. So you go past the Fortaleza and into Old Town, and it's marbled fronts and high buildings. Oh, what are you doing with the ladies?
We're
I'll be
taking them.
taking one of.
Are you taking them with you?
Yeah, 'cause,
It-
that's
into-
why we're going there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they're like, as you stroll through these wide streets with these marble-fronted buildings and fine statues and pillars, they're just mouths are agape. They cannot believe this place and all the bustling people, more people than they've ever seen in their entire lives. Eventually, you make it to Sebastian's Basilica, and this monolithic tower atop this awesome cathedral. They are just beyond words. They cannot believe that people could build such a thing. So you venture through the sun-soaked stained glass windows, casting a multitude of different colours onto the ground, and into the warm, golden, decorated halls of this enormous building, bustling with priests of Torm in white robes.
Priests, gather round.
A few of them look over their shoulder at you.
Who here can rid me of this troublesome curse?
One of them hobbles over to you, an older gentleman with a big bushy white beard. What seems to be the problem here?
We've got a what is it? We've got a woman who might be cursed. She's got something bad about her. I did a divine sense. I could divinely sense it. I've been having crazy nightmares. I think I might be a bit cursed. And we've got this dagger that's also a bit cursed and screams. Everything's cursed. Do you have anyone who could have a good look at these things?
Yes, I believe I can help with some of these things. Let's deal with your good self first. He places the first two fingers and his thumb on your temples and lower jaw, and stands there. Well, you stand there uncomfortably as he closes his eyes and just stands there motionless for up to about 5 minutes. Absolutely nothing is happening. Then he opens one eye and goes, yes. A nightmare, you say?
Yes. Last night, there's something on my chest wouldn't let me get up.
Some dark force has got their attention focused on you. All of you. Do any of you know the spell Protection from Evil?
Why, yes. But I do not have the components, of course.
I would strongly recommend investing in the components and casting it every night, lest this should happen again. You have suffered some malady from this thing's attention.
Casting it every night. It consumes a whole vial of holy water. Plus silver and iron.
Get shaven.
All powdered silver and iron. Oh, maybe I'll just get some iron.
Does it actually consume it, or does...
Yeah, it consumes the holy water.
Oh god.
I'll just get some iron. That sounds cheaper. It doesn't even specify how much iron.
I can cure this malady that's come over you. For a small donation, of course.
Yes, of course. Have a silver jade bar.
I'm afraid that will not cut even the costs of casting such a powerful spell.
Silver trade bar, sorry. Jade. What kind of donation do you mean?
Whoops.
1 second. What level is it? Okay. Yes, I can cure you of this malady for 640 gold pieces.
Oh,
Oh,
I may have to come back for you for that. 640 gold pieces.
Yes,
is it like a restoration spell?
a greater restoration spell, indeed.
Well, what about these other cursed items?
Which one would you like me to give my attention to?
The lady first. Ladies first.
After you.
He starts casting a spell that you recognize as Divine Sense. Most peculiar. It is as if the girl is both a fiend and not a fiend at the same time. I've never encountered such a thing.
No. Do you have anyone higher up who might have? Someone with a bit more experience and a bit more powerful cleric.
Nathaniel Esteban. Gomez, come over here. A few elderly priests gather around this girl and cast a variety of spells. She looks quite bewildered and quite scared, and the other girls are quizzing you about what's going on and what's wrong with their sister. This is beyond our means, I'm afraid. We have not encountered anything like this before. All we can tell you is that this magic is ancient and evil, but we cannot divine its purpose.
Well,
I do not think it will be dangerous yet. It seems to be dormant. But I would keep your eyes over this one.
if you would be kind enough, ladies, to let me know if Ava goes a bit crazy. And Ava, if you start feeling a bit weird or having strange dreams, do let us know.
She looks a bit like taken aback and a bit shocked. But yeah, of course I will. How will we find you in this city?
Bubbles knows where to find us. I'll be at the barracks, probably.
Okay, Who is this Bubbles? Is she nice? Will she look after us?
She might turn you into prostitute, but
No,
For a small price.
she's also in protective custody, like you will be. So there'll be a guard at the door as well. The guard will know where I am, because he's a city watch person too.
Okay. I'll let you know if anything strange happens.
Excellent. Yes, so, Cleric, one more thing.
Busy day.
It's this dagger thing. They had a nasty scream a couple of days ago for no apparent reason.
Do you believe it to be cursed?
Yes.
I cannot remove a curse from an item,
Some
but I can
cleric-
remove it from a person.
Ah,
If one of you is cursed by this item, I can free you of it for the price of
Oh boy.
200 gold pieces.
so you think one of us would be cursed by using the sword?
What are the effects of this dagger? Why do you suspect it to be cursed?
A couple of days ago, it just screamed while we were sleeping. It was just screamed like a banshee.
That does seem unusual. Has it caused you any detriment apart from that?
No, it's a pretty good sword, isn't it, Tavron?
very good.
It just screams.
Can you tell me what's wrong with it?
I believe this is beyond my
What a
ability.
surprise.
Have you tried to identify it?
No. Can you identify it for me?
This is arcane magic. I deal with divine. It's best to be taking it to one of the sages at the
Let's go.
Torelius Academy.
Roger that. Where is it on this map then?
Oh, it's near.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Zada goes.
It's the university.
Right, everyone. Should we head back to the Port Marin area
Yeah.
Yeah.
via the Torelia Academy?
Got him.
Okay. So, which way are you going? Are you going past the Breakfast Club?
Oh, we might as well pop in.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because I hadn't done this work before we went here last time, so you can see if you, in this, as you move around the Sebastian's Plaza, there are a few shop fronts that pique your interest. The Macadian Embassy, a very upper-class looking wine plaza called Catalina's, and the Azaronian Merchants Guild. But you make your way through the streets towards the Breakfast Club, the familiar sight of this cobbled together wooden frame between these two stone buildings, and the familiar crest on the front of the door. You go in. Where's my tavern music? And the place is as buzzing as ever, with all sorts of various races, adventuring types. There's a half-orc gentleman flexing his muscles in the corner. There is a couple of gnomes playing cards around a table. There is a halfling and a dwarf playing chess. And at the bar, the elven barkeep, whose name is... not that. Aduin Eulora. Ah, my friends, you return. The fighting pit is now open. Should you wish to test your mettle in a labyrinth below?
Yeah.
I'm not feeling too hot today.
And who are these lovely young ladies with you?
Oh, hello.
Yes, don't you think we should be getting on and then having a nice long rest?
No
You
more
can lose
rest.
another 5 hit points. No, thank you.
Oh, that would be unfortunate. That could happen, couldn't it? Oh.
Let's fight, we need the money. What do we win if we... What's the prize if we win?
Well, the prizes are in the labyrinth below.
Excellent.
Our humble breakfast club is built on the ruins of Bellinor, an ancient gnomish city that existed 1,000 years before Azeron was even conceived upon. The labyrinth is full of monsters, treasure, adventure. If you are brave enough to venture into the labyrinth and return, you keep what you find down there, let's just say. But nobody has ever got to the bottom of it.
Is there Demigorgon down there?
I think that Demogorgon is safely in the abyss.
Okay. Do we need to drop these people off to the safe house?
Yes, we can't take them into a fighting pit.
No.
We do that quickly and then we head back.
Okay. So,
And stop off at the Turelius
Torelius Academy.
Yes, please.
So we can check out the Screaming Dagger.
Yeah, these are you come to the familiar facade of the university. There are a number of robed, intelligent-looking chaps around, clutching books and papers and going about their business.
Hello there.
Oh, hello.
I was wondering if you could help me with a little cursed problem.
Well, I could try. I'm just a student here.
Could you point me in the direction of someone that might know the answer?
Oh, no, I'll give it my best shot. What do you want me to do?
I found this dagger. It seems to have a few problems, so I wonder whether you could please check it out.
He holds it in his hands. And you touched this first, right?
I did, I'm afraid, yes.
Hmm. He mutters a few words and gestures with his free hand as he's clutching the hilt of the dagger. And his fingers begin to shine just ever so slightly with a light, white light. And then he opens his eyes. Ooh, a nasty thing. Very nasty. If you were doing this
In what way is it nasty? Screaming?
If you were doing this identify spell without knowing this thing was cursed, this would just pass you by. You have to know the thing is cursed to detect this foul magic. It screams, doesn't it? At a random time every day.
Yes, we've only heard it once so far, but that was pretty annoying.
The thing is, this dagger of stealth screams for an hour a day at a random point, which kind of takes away the stealth aspect of it, wouldn't you say?
It does,
But
yes.
here's the really devious part. You can't get rid of it.
What?
Well, no way at all.
You throw it away, throw it down a well, throw it to the bottom of the sea. An hour later, you'll find it in your pack.
Still screaming, I suppose.
Indeed.
And is there any way that we can make it stop screaming?
You can break the spell with a remove curse spell.
And that will permanently stop it from ever screaming again?
No. This dagger is cursed for all eternity. Remove curse will simply break its attachment to you, so you can leave it behind.
And while you're at it, can you tell me the stats of this lovely dagger?
Well, yes, it gives you advantage on stealth checks.
And then screams.
Okay, good to know.
It's a name. It's got a name, this little pricker.
Never heard it called that before, but fine.
It's called the Fool's Cloak.
Very witty indeed.
Oh, glad to be of service. It was very interesting.
And might you be able to break this curse so that I can throw it down the well and not see it in my backpack?
I'm sure I could give it a stab. I'd have to purchase the scroll, though.
Very nice pun. I like what you did there with stab.
Very unintentional.
And how much will the scroll be?
It's a 3rd level spell, so 200 gold pieces.
Oh, fucking hell. Let me just see how much I've got. Is there any maneuverability on that sort of price?
Well, what's your best offer?
30?
Make a persuasion check.
Nine.
No, I'm afraid that's the cost of the components in the scroll.
And would you perhaps take some items instead of gold pieces.
What have you got?
A dagger.
A jade bracelet, an ivory bracelet, some moonstones.
Moonstones, you say?
Oh,
How many
maybe.
moonstones?
I can't remember. I need to look at a list.
Where's the list of things?
It was from the Eel Cave treasure.
Yeah. There was the 5 white, silvery white polished stones, I believe.
Mm. You know what? I might just keep this.
I could do it for your 5 moonstones.
I don't think that's a very good deal for me, so...
So those moonstones might be worth a bit. That could
Yes.
be quite useful for the more important thing of me not being cursed.
No, I'd rather my dagger wasn't cursed.
I can't rest.
Well,
Why
if
did-
you won't sell me the moonstones, perhaps you should go to the Jeweller's Street
Oh, that does sound like a good idea.
in
That
Old
sounds
Town.
like a very good idea.
Do you have any friends in the academy that might be a little less experienced than you and could still give this a go for somewhat cheaper?
Well, you see, that's the cost of the scroll.
And where do I get this scroll?
Well, I'm sure you'll be able to get it in Balthazar's Bazaar in Zaragoza, or perhaps the Tall Tales bookshop.
Okay, well I might just go to the bazaar.
Yes, it's just north of here, next to the Alchemist.
Okay, I'll run to the bazaar.
Oh, Christ's sake. No, not that, it's... I'll have to reload the page a second.
You lot, is there
so-
anything you might need from the bazaar?
We need to sell the jewels, don't we, first? Don't-
Is the bazaar something that we can all sell some clobber?
So make a history check. So the bazaar, you've heard of Balthazar's Bazaar. It's quite famous. It deals mainly in like trinkets and spelling components. There are some spell scrolls there, but it's really the best place to buy spell components from.
I need lots of spell components, but I've got no money. And I'm cursed, and I need to do that first. I've also got a pommel stone that I want to get on my sword, but no doubt that'll cost 5,000 gold pieces. Might as well just throw it away.
What was needed to get you uncursed? A similar scroll.
600 gold pieces, isn't it?
Mm.
Perhaps I could try a little bit of sleight of hand, if you see what I mean.
Why do... What, sleight of hand? To what, to steal something that's worth 600 gold pieces and sell it back to the people?
Or just steal it and then uncurse you.
I think it, no, because it's got to be a cleric that casts. Greater
I assume you would take the scroll to the cleric.
Oh, is that what I need to do? Yeah. No, we can't steal. How would you even suggest that? Let's sell our moonstones and waste it all on removing this bloody curse.
Are we going to this safe house soon? I'm quite tired.
Let's leave these floozies.
Morglath,
Yeah.
as you're walking at the back of the group, you hear a psst, psst, boss, psst.
What's your name? Hello. No, I do know your name.
It is...
It's old Gilberto, isn't it?
Gilberto.
Oh, Gilberto. Long time no see. I almost forgot your name.
Boss, where have you been?
I don't know. The Isle of Eel, I think.
There's a, and he looks a bit wary. There's a raven for you, sir, back at the warehouse.
Did you read it?
No, of course not, sir.
Okay, I'll get it shortly. Thank you for letting me know, Gilberto.
We've made a few profits, sir.
Excellent. Have you got them on you now?
Back at the warehouse, sir.
How much did we make?
Meagre taking, I'm afraid, sir. 80 gold pieces.
That's nothing. Throw it down the sink. Lovely. Thank you, Gilberto. I will collect that later.
Right, you are, sir.
Goodbye.
Out of interest, Joe, what would my wages be? I undoubtedly would know what my wages
There's 25 gold pieces a week.
Oh, rubbish. Not 600 gold pieces.
So you'll have to. It'll take you like a year to save up.
Might be worth trying to sell some of your gear. Just a thought.
I think that's a very good idea.
jewelry quarter.
Can I just steal everything that we need?
You can try.
I've got lots of drugs I can sell.
Right, so where are you going? You're going back to the bubble safe house?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
lose those.
Let's drop them off there.
You could split up.
I'm gonna go and have a look at my raven. See you later. Bye forever.
Where should we reconvene?
I'll meet you at the breakfast club downstairs.
Alright.
I guess as I'm the policeman, I should take them to the safe house.
Yeah.
And I will just have a little nose around this bazaar.
Okay.
You sell all our stuff at a high price. Go to the jewelry quarter.
Okay, got you.
All
I
right.
haven't got very much to sell.
I
Oh,
don't have anything.
You've got a bandolore,
Because-
whatever it was, a band, blah, blah, something like that.
You could sell your body, creepy.
No one can afford it.
Why don't you charge 600 gold pieces?
Oh, if you're offering.
You've got your musical instrument, haven't you?
I've got loads of musical instruments.
You've also got some a delicate glass bottle filled with rose-coloured liquid that nobody's inspected yet.
Oh. Who does?
It was in the Eel Cave treasures,
Okay.
so one of you's got it.
We got loads of shit there.
Alright, I think we'll leave it there today then, and I'll make a note of where everyone's going. So, Morglath's going to the warehouse.
Mhm.
To warehouse. Averon to bazaar. And Wade to the safe house. Who else is going with Wade?
I'll go with Wade.
Who's got the best persuasion?
Pretty creamy.
Yeah, I'll go to the market or whatever it is.
Okay, so Tavron and Creamy, the dynamic duo. Alright, okay, next week then.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Lovely.
Poor George.
Oh, George.
If you had gone straight back, you could have saved him,
Oh.
Oh, well, fuck him.
but you decided to go to the east of the island instead.
What, when we went to the
Shipwreck.
shipwreck?
And almost
Yeah,
died
if
ourselves.
you'd gone straight back to the boat rather than going to the shipwreck, you would have saved George. Well, you could have saved George.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Oh.
Oh.
But then you wouldn't have found those weapons. Just as a some advice, if you've got a magic item and you don't want it, they sell for a fuck ton of money.
Can
We
I
got-
sell my dagger and then it will come back to me anyway?
Yeah, you could.
Over and over again.
Definitely do that.
That's a great idea.
That screaming dagger, I love that. I made that up. It's not in the book.
So good.
Right.
Does it-
Okay.
Does it scream for a whole hour?
Yeah, for an hour. So I roll a d20 every day. So it will never. So yeah, it just you choose that hour, basically.
So annoying.
That's amazing.
So yeah, it's 20 hours after. It's up to 20 hours after it screamed the last time.
Amazing. Well, on that note.
Yep, I'll catch you